Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Evening Talks with Mike Lowry. You're speaking with the host, Mike Lowry, and I have my special friend, Trinity. And today we're going to speak more about politicians during the vote through the special 2024 election. So my first question. So me and you've been friends for a couple of years, for almost for over a decade, right?
Facts.
And we both have opposite opinions on the politician.
Right. We got our political views.
Right. Now, the thing that's good because with most people who are friends, they when people talks about politician, it affects their friendship.
Yeah.
But ours, it's
Yeah.
not,
We
strong
beyond
support.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, right. We don't let
Yeah.
none of that fear, right?
Right.
Cool. So it's voting season. It's voting season, and I'm pretty sure I'm hoping that everyone voted already. If not, I'm pretty sure I'm hoping that you guys vote before. I mean, on the 5th. So my question to you. So I know that you is a big fan of Donald Trump, right? So I always wondered, or something that, well, I want to know how do you feel about Kamala Harris?
So first, it's the policies, right? So it's not that I'm a fan of Trump. It's just that I think Trump's policies are better than Kamala's policies.
Gotcha.
So as a Christian, first and foremost, everybody got their own beliefs, but you can't pretty up killing kids. You can't pretty up telling me the sex operation change for children and felons and all of them is a good thing. And especially the latest, I don't know if you watched it, but she got a plan particularly for black men. And then that
What's the
plan
plan?
legalize weed. So now you stereotyping me saying that all black men smoke weed. Uh, business loans forgiveness, which is good. That part I agree with, the business loan forgiveness. Um, mental health awareness, like all the stuff that we go through in inner cities, so to
Right.
speak.
Right.
But you see what I'm saying? So you telling me that all black men fit a certain criteria?
I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying, but so me, when the talks have me, I don't be too much inside their business or what they do, because I have my own problems, right? But I have heard, that she have. So it was true that she locked up men. It was pretty
Yeah,
much like
she
for
was a prosecutor, but
right,
like I don't have no gripe. So again, and this somebody who broke the law. If you break the law, that's the consequences. So I had no trouble with that.
right.
Like I said, my issues with her is the abortions and the Rainbow Coalition stuff.
I
And
got you.
I put it nicely. I don't believe in that. Do I think that other sins are worse or no? I think they all equal, but I think for a party that openly pushes this agenda, I can't rock with that. That's not a something that I'm going to openly vote for.
I understand. Understand. So you feel like okay, I understand. So you feel like that that people should have control of what a woman should do with her own body.
If you put it that way, I'm not gonna say control over what she should do with her body, but if you saying I'm not financially stable to take care of a child, then you shouldn't be having sex. That's
Right.
what I think.
I understand, but it also takes two. So what if she thought she had the men of her life, and then he just dipped out of nowhere?
Right. Then he's responsible too.
Right. I got you. Okay.
Like, yeah.
I got you.
But what I'm saying is, so most people give me the argument that, oh, what if the girl was raped or it's incest? And then I do agree. It is some circumstances that uh, the earthly body, the earthly mind, the earthly heart will say, I'm going to kill them or I'm going to kill this baby. I want to kill the person that hurt me for revenge. And I don't want to have this baby. And I understand, I empathize with that. I'm not saying that that's right. I'm saying I empathize with that.
Right.
But I'm also saying that that's not most of the situations. When people talk about the incest and the rape, most of the situations or I had unprotected sex, I got pregnant, I don't want to have this baby. That's the majority of the situation. This other stuff is a cop out.
Right.
But when it does happen, I do understand. Is what
I got you. It makes sense to understand.
I'm saying.
So my next question: do you feel like Donald Trump is a good person himself?
A good person, I don't think nobody as people 100% saint. That's not what I'm saying. But I think as a politician, this is the person that you want in power because he's going to get stuff done. So you may not like the way I speak, you may not like the way I move, but other countries are going to respect the way I move. And this is my beliefs on like the men and women shouldn't be in each other's sports. I agree with him.
That I do agree. Yes, that I do agree. I agree with that. So I do have a question about him. So how do you feel about a man who has been charged as a felon? You know, and pretty much have like the same charges as Sean Combs, who goes by P
Did
Diddy.
he? Right.
Running for president. Because nowadays you have people who can't get a job if they have not, who's as a felon. You know what I'm saying,
Right.
or who haven't fully served. Served that the felon. But so how do you feel as him running for president with a felon?
I don't feel no type of way. I got a bunch of felon friends, so I don't feel no type of way. But far as him running as a felon, and I said that jokingly. But what I mean is, I think the media is designed to make you think a certain way. Like Diddy, I'm not saying that he's innocent, but what I'm saying is these charges come after you go to war with billionaires.
Right.
So that's not now all of a sudden this stuff comes out the blue. No, we're trying to get rid of you. So it's the same with Trump. People will take a snippet of something that he said and push this out, but yet you don't have all this other stuff. I heard Mike Tyson said Trump gave him a place in his heyday to stay to fight, let people stay in a hotel for free. All black people, by the way, to stay in there free of no charge, all this stuff that never comes out. But yet all of the negativity comes and you'll take a snippet or something because they don't want him to be president because he's the only one that fight for the stuff that we go against.
Right. But you don't think like him being as leaders, like the stuff he do is rude. Comes off rude. Like for an example, Puerto Rico. So during his term, they had the hurricane, right? And it was on the news to where he was just throwing tissue at them. I think it was toilet paper or paper towels. You don't remember that?
I don't remember.
Well, he was throwing it at them like there was dogs, and I felt and I feel like that was kind of rude, and unrespectful. Because you as a leader, you teaching your people an example. You get what I'm saying? But the way you act, that's not good leadership. So that's what I hate. That's one thing that I don't like about him. So that's why I asked, like,
I got you, but I know the Democratic Party got these white people that dress in African attire. That's not disrespectful. They dressed in dashikis doing African dances. That's disrespectful. I'll show it to you.
I ain't never seen that.
Yeah, and I'm like, yo, they talking about they catering to the culture. They miss me with that BS. What you just said about Puerto Rico too. I saw Kamala on a commercial talking about she's catering to the Puerto Ricans. They politicians, man.
They doing that shit for views. Yeah.
So what I ask people to do is do the research. Don't listen to social media. Go do your own research and look at these policies and tell me which policies are you okay with. Don't tell me CNN ran a skit on Donald Trump being a racist from 1989 or something. Go do your own research on what's real and what's not real and look at these policies that's on hand and tell me that you okay for all of you with kids and grandkids and your kids going to school using the same bathrooms or telling them that this same-sex marriage stuff is okay. And I'm not here to bash those people either. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is I have my own beliefs and I don't want that stuff pushed up on my kids. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I agree. Yes, that I agree because nowadays, like me growing up, we watched our cartoons as kids, right? And I see a lot how they are remaking cartoons or they're making new cartoons. And what I see is they're forcing those gay scenes, in those cartoons. And I hate those because I'm like, no, like.
And who watched the cartoons? The kids.
Exactly. Right. So that's one thing that I can say that I do hate. Okay. Now I do look at policies too because that's what makes me decide who I want to vote for, right? So another thing that before I move on, when I talked about the feeling because I feel like that's unfair because if I had one and I want to apply for a good job, I would get turned down, right? Because of
Yeah,
my background
right.
record. So I feel like it's unfair for me to run for president because if I was run for president as myself, being a black man, and I had that background, what do you think would happen?
They probably wouldn't vote for you, but that's
Exactly.
not a
No,
criteria. So you still have the
they probably
opportunity
wouldn't let
to
me have.
vote.
I wouldn't even be on the damn stage. I'm like, you don't even qualify for it. You know what I'm saying? That's how I
No,
feel.
I get
It's
you. I see what
unfair.
you're saying. Yeah, I get exactly what you're saying.
Right.
But yeah, I'm saying that it's painted to make it look a certain way.
Right. I
Because
get
this
that.
election, to me, in my heart, is about good versus bad.
Yes.
Now, what's good and what's bad? So you're gonna
Okay.
have the people in the world telling you, oh, women should have the choice to choose with their own bodies. Kids should say, okay, I'm a man, I feel like a girl, I'm a girl, and I feel like a boy. Like that's what they're gonna tell you.
Right.
But none of that stuff is correct.
Mm-hmm.
And even the Bible say in the days people gonna say good is bad and bad is good. And
Right.
that's where we at right now.
Yeah. I got
Me,
you.
I'm standing on the principles that I stand on. Am I a saint? No, I'm far from a saint. If you make me mad, I might smack the hell out you. Point blank. But I'm trying, I'm working on it. And some stuff I'm not gonna like I say, I'm not gonna bend or will to say I'm okay with this and I know
Right.
the truth. Like no.
Right. I got
So
you.
that's why I'm voting for it. I can't rock with that party.
I
I
got
just
you.
can't.
I got you. So that leads me to my next question.
Mm-hmm.
So a couple weeks ago, he was on the news, and there was a kid. I think he had autism. I can't remember what he had, but it was special needs kids. And he asked Trump, what would he do for kids in the situation about school?
Mm-hmm.
And what Trump mentioned was with school that he is going to eliminate the Department of Education, and he was going to let the states decide on how to handle, the schools. So, what's your thoughts on that? Like, do you feel like anything like what are your thoughts on that
Not
topic?
letting the state handle the school.
Yeah, versus the Department of Education.
So I think what he's trying to do is like take away the power from the same government who's trying to push him out. So it's like, all right, instead of you having all this power to say, I control A, B, C, and D, now each state has its own ability to say, okay, we're going to do this to help our kids, or we're not going to do this to help our kids. But I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing. I don't think we're going back to the 1950s or 60s,
That's
if
how I
that's
feel
your
like.
question.
Yeah, that's how I feel like because you got to think about, like there's all people who stay in North Carolina and South Carolina, and they
Mm-hmm.
have confirmed with me, like there's like right now they are going through segregations, where they have like not the schools like with only black kids, and we have some of those too out here,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? But I just feel like I just feel like reading between his lines or how he was talking that is going to lead to that soon, which I don't mind, I don't care. But also, what I feel about that, I just think about my community because right now, our generation is not our generation is not the same as new generation because now you got they call them young niggas YNS, and all
Right.
they do now, they
They wild out.
exactly. So what I think about is if we go back into those days, it'll be worse in school. You know
But
what I'm
that's
saying?
why I don't think it's going back to those days. So I
It's going to
think the
lead to it.
media
That's what I
again
feel like it.
is
It's not the
forced to push
media.
a race agenda. So no, you say you talk to people in North Carolina.
Well. I confirm. I
Right,
got
right.
premise because I was coming on his video that he had with the news. I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, that's why I feel like I'm like, yeah, I stand South Carolina, North Carolina, and this is exactly what happened now. And I'm like, yeah, it's gonna be like that in like most of the certain states like that.
So what you just said is why I don't think that will happen. You
Why?
think them young boys gonna sit around and allow somebody to say you can't come here, you can't do this.
Oh, I ain't
But
think about
yeah,
that. I'm
that's
thinking
not
about that.
happening.
No. So what I'm saying is, I feel like by him making that decision, and then you got to also think about, the other policy he have, like with the police giving those fuel community, and me thinking about those, I think about how it was back in time when they had that exact power. there was a time, we had doing segregation. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And I feel like that's going to slowly come, especially with schools. I think about some schools, in the poor area that they might not get funded money for, to buy new books and stuff like that. Like all those things.
Right.
Now I could be wrong, but that's what comes to mind, and I feel like that is what's going to happen. But I could be wrong.
Yeah, I think that's because you bought into this whole racist concept, so that got you in that mindset. That's what I think.
Probably.
But I'm telling you the research, man. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I do. Probably. Yeah. And then what else came to mind? Me and you, we are hustlers, right?
Right.
So I think about if we do that, because now okay. So that's my question. This is going to be a weird question, but are you comfortable when you sell things through business? You comfortable doing it with your own ways or different ways?
Whoever paying the money.
Well, I'm just saying.
No, I'm saying I don't have a preference, right? So I don't have a preference versus a character, and I'm about to tell you what I mean by that. So if I'm meeting a 45-year-old, 55-year-old, 65-year-old, white, black, Hispanic, or Asian man, after work, 8:30 at night, and he want to buy
let's say a PS5.
No, I'm about to tell you.
Okay.
So he want to buy 8 AirPods from us and 1 PS5.
Okay.
So he about to come with let's say $1,000, and he say, "Okay, I'm coming." And he's older in age, and I just talked to him on the phone, and it's no BS. White, black, Hispanic, Asian, whomever. Hey,
I'm gonna feel comfortable because of his
correct.
age.
We gonna do business. That's what I'm saying. So I don't think it's more so of a race thing. Now, same question.
Right.
So now I'm talking to a 19-year-old, and he got all this new stuff. Yo, I'm coming. I got a rack, no cap, and yada yada yada. Huh?
Is he black?
Yeah, he could whatever.
Let's say
he could be black.
Let's say he black. How would you feel? Would you feel uncomfortable? Because I would.
No, I wouldn't be. I would be careful. I'm not gonna say uncomfortable. I'm still going to meet you, but
meet him where?
I'm riding with my protection.
I got you.
Yeah. You know what? That's why I say it's not more of a color thing versus. I would say an age and a character, because I could get that same 19-year-old that's in college, that's a nerd like myself, straight nerd, and he say, and he say, "Hey, I'm coming. I just left LSU. Meet me on I-10. I'm coming. I know he ain't on no BS.
Right.
So that's where we going. But like I say, it depends on that character."
I got you. The reason why I asked that because I think of that too. Because like if I'm meeting with one of these young people who want to buy some Beats headphones to me or something like that,
right?
I'm gonna feel uncomfortable because I'm like, you probably fit to ride me. But on the other end, like if it's a white person, I'm gonna feel kind of comfortable, because I'm like, okay, I know you got the money, because as our community, when the music all I listen to is jacking people, broke, you know what I'm saying? So that's why, I think about that too when it comes to segregation. I'm saying, okay, you're gonna have these problems and those problems. So that's why I thought I asked that question.
Oh, no, I got you.
Yeah, see, I'm not gonna speak, but I got 1,000 shit going through my head. I'm like, man, we're gonna go to this X, Y, Z.
But I'm saying it's not. They trying to make you think that way, man.
And you're probably right. And you're right because I forgot what course I was in, but I was at University of Phoenix, and I had to take one of these courses. And they said that they mentioned exactly what you said. It's a mindset. You have to train your brain,
right,
to not do that. Like black people, how we think we we think we got ourselves, versus other people because of the past.
Right.
But in the book, it's like it said, you have to train your brain to not think like that. But me, I said, fuck it, because I'm always think like that because that's what I see on the news. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
But CNN do it all the time. I was down here at Dallas. I'm bringing them up because I was down here at Dallas and I had just left, and it was cops out there, and it was blacks and whites and people, all races, holding hands, singing "Kumbaya" on a straight peaceful tip. And then I get back and I watch it, and they was like, "Oh my God, they're rioting out there," and I'm like, "I was just out there." Right. But if I don't know no better, and I believe that was the first time that I actually like it made me challenge because I was like, I know that is a blatant lie. So what was the point of that other than a push a race and a hate agenda?
I got you.
Yeah.
Bait.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got you.
To say okay. So I'm like, nah, man, I ain't doing it.
Right, I got you. So did you speaking of this election, did you see on the news? It happened today, you probably ain't seen it yet. But I think it was in Arizona. Somebody had burnt up the voting place.
No,
You see that? I'm gonna send you the clip. Yeah, because you know that happened last time when Trump was running for election, and then that's happening again. And I'm like, who behind all this? You know what I'm thinking it is because it happened again. But then again, I'm not there. I don't.
Right, but again, it's designed to make you think that way.
I got you.
Like the people could set plants like the Black Lives Matter. Remember that whole little bit?
That's ran by somebody else.
The movement. Facts, yeah. But they put them there, but that wasn't exposed until later.
Yeah,
and then you say, "Oh, they out here." Yeah, you like, man, come on, man, miss me with the BS, man.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, that's my question. I do have one last question for you. Mm-hmm. So I see you say this a lot. It's always asked. So I'll be wondering, like, is that cringing to you? Because like I always see you calling, like like other people brother.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can call me brother.
Right.
But you say brother, and I'm like. They don't feel no type of way saying brother to somebody else.
To somebody of a different race?
Yeah.
Nah, because of like I say, because of my mindset. So
you're Christian.
Yeah, the way I think is the way I think. I can't get past that. So in the book of Mark, Jesus says, my brother and my sister is whoever do my will. So if you moving in the same direction, or I want you to move in the same direction, a positive direction, I always say brother. Female, I always say sister. If you on that BS and you on that chaos and you like, hey, meet me over here, we going to do ABC, then you're not my brother because I'm not doing that.
What you call them?
Huh?
What you call them?
What I call them? By their name, whatever their name is. Like, nah, we not. I'm not going on no suicide mission. I'm not going to do nothing that's going to have me in prison or dead or like none of that. I got a family to think about. So no, you're not my brother. If it's not on the progression of my family, my faith, or my finances, miss me with it.
I got you.
Stay over there with the BS.
I got you. I understand. That's why I call you deacon. You brought a description of me. You know what I'm talking about?
No, because that's how I operate. Yeah, but like I say, so even the people that know the old me is like, all right, I'm not the old me. I'm the new me.
I'm not the street me. I'm the Christian me.
So what you gonna get from me is honesty. So you're not gonna be able to pull a wool over my eyes to tell me, oh, vote for this person because of ABC. No, I don't believe in that. That whole movement and what they trying to do. I can't rock with that.
And I feel like that's peer pressure. Same time too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm like, nah, bro. I'm gonna go. What I read. I know, like everybody ain't good, but I'm gonna go, and I feel like what's best for me.
Right, for me and you're thinking about the future.
Exactly, right. Gotcha. Yep, so those are all, that's my interview I want to ask with you. I want to thank you guys again for tuning in to Even Talks with Mike Lowry, special guest Trinity team. And peace out. We'll see you later.